Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing this afternoon or this evening or whenever you are watching this? Beautiful, beautiful, most amazing vlog. It is currently about 10 till 5 on Wednesday afternoon, and it is about 85 degrees outside. I thought it was going to be really cloudy this afternoon. It was supposed to be sunny in the morning and then cloudy and kind of like rainy this afternoon, but it has been an absolutely beautiful afternoon. It is Alex's birthday today, so everybody sound off in the comment section and wish my husband a very, very happy birthday. We didn't do a whole lot today. He actually slept in. He stayed up till about 4 o'clock in the morning watching this new show. I don't remember what it's called. I think it's like Fake Profile or something like that. It was on Netflix. He watched the entire show. He told me this morning, he was like, I stayed up really late and watched the whole show. And I said, he started it last night at like 8 or 9, and I said, how many episodes was it? And he was like 8 or 10 or something like that. He goes, but I stayed up till like 4 o'clock in the morning, which I wasn't even aware of because I fell asleep at like 10 o'clock last night, and my hair is such a mess because I just got back from the pool, but I don't care. I fell asleep about 10 o'clock last night. My plan was to, like always, lay down for about an hour and a half, and then get up and watch some shows, but I ended up sleeping through the entire night. I got a very nice rest last night, and I woke up this morning again at about, I guess my body needs about 8 hours of sleep. I don't know, because I woke up probably about 8.5, because I woke up about 6:30 and came out here and had a glass of water and listened to the end of Shady Hollow. I finished Shady Hollow this morning. So I don't even remember Alex coming to bed last night. That's like how dead asleep I was. But so yeah, I'm very rested today, and I got up early and, like I said, and listened to the end of Shady Hollow, and then I started, I don't remember what it's called, Hitches and something, but it's the next book in the Criminals and Campgrounds book by Tanya Kappas. So this is my third book of the week that I am reading. And mind you, they're pretty short. Like, the Misfortune book was about 10 or 11 hours on Audible, and I listened to them at like 2 times 5 speed, or 2.5 speed. And then Shady Hollow was like 6.5 hours, and I listened to that at like 2 times, or 2.5 speed. And then the Tanya Kappas book, I must typically listen to it at 2 times speed, because 2.5 is kind of a little fast for me. But it's really a short book. It's like 4.5 hours. So even at 2 times speed, that's like 2 hours of me listening to it. I've only got like an hour left of it. I'm already about halfway through the book. So, but I'm really enjoying it, and I kind of forgot how much I love these characters. And it's so interesting because I'm in the group on Facebook that's called Jana DeLeon's Instigators. And it's all about the Misfortune books. It's like everybody that loves Misfortune books, and they're always putting up pictures of like celebrities and stuff of like who they think looks like certain characters in the book and whatever. They're asking questions about the book, and that's where she also posts like when the next book is coming out, when the Audible version is coming out, and things like that. So I love that group because I can just kind of like keep up to date with stuff. Plus, people point out stuff that I don't notice about the books, and it's my favorite series of books that I've ever read. So I don't typically notice certain things. Somebody in there said something about, in book 16, this was posted I think today or yesterday, in book 16, Fortune was gifted a hot tub, but didn't she get a hot tub like in book 10 or something like that? And apparently somebody had brought that to Jana DeLeon's attention before, the author, and she went in and like corrected it because somebody in the group had brought it to her attention, which I thought was kind of cool. And so she went in and like corrected it and like said that she ended up, and they even showed like the correction that she had made in the book, where she had gone back in and said that she gave like one of the hot tubs away because she had 2 hot tubs or something like that. But anyway, so yeah, so but somebody posted, while they're waiting for the next Misfortune book to come out, does anybody have any recommendations for cozy mysteries? Which is so interesting because I was just talking to Mel last night, and I said, one of the things that's interesting to me is that whenever I look on like books of like lists for cozy mysteries, like the Misfortune books are never listed. Like they're never listed in like the top 10, top 20, top 30, whatever, right? And in fact, there's this one website that I go to often that has a list of like almost every cozy that's ever been written in the entire world. And I don't think the Misfortune books are even listed in there as like a cozy mystery. And so we were talking because Mel really loves the Janet Ivanovich, Stephanie Plum books, which I think I've read like 1 or 2 of them. And I like them as well. I don't like them as well as the Misfortune books, but I like them. And so I said, and a lot of people don't consider the Janet Ivanovich books. They consider them mystery thrillers, but they don't consider them cozies. And so I was saying to her, I wonder if likewise, which is interesting because some people do consider the Janet Ivanovich books cozies. But I said, I kind of wonder if like a lot of people don't consider the Misfortune books cozies, even though they have eccentric characters. It's in a small town. There's a lot of food. There's like comfort food. There's pets. There's not like rampant sex. It's like low amounts of violence and things like that. And there's a good mystery. So it fits all the criteria of a cozy mystery, but I was like, I don't know, like, you know. And so it was interesting that somebody said in the instigators group, are there any other cozy mysteries that or series that you guys like while we're waiting for the next Misfortune book to come out? I think right now, so I just finished 23. 24 is on Audible, which is the Clue Crew or something like that, which I already have that one. It just came out, I think, it came out last week sometime, so I already have it on Audible. After I finish this Campgrounds of Criminals book, I'm going to listen to that Misfortune book next. And then the next one comes out, well, it's already out. It's already been published in book format. But the next one comes out on Audible in July, and I already pre-ordered it. And then I'm completely caught up with all the Misfortune books. So I think there's 25 books so far out in the series, and she is like working on the 26th book. So anyway, but it was interesting when I was like in this group and they were saying like, you know, are there other cozy mystery series that you guys like that are similar to this or that I could read while I'm waiting or while we're waiting for the next book to come out? And I thought it was interesting that somebody called it a cozy, because often people don't consider the Misfortune books cozies, which I do consider them cozies. But anyway, what was awesome about it was there were so many comments in this group or in this thread about the Low Broil Country book, which I just picked for Peter's book club to be the book for July, because I thought we could all start like a cozy mystery series reading it together. And it came out, I think, like in 2012 or 2014 or something like that. It's been out for a long time. There's like, I think there's like 8 or 9 books in the series or 11 books in the series or something like that. Somebody said that they were really sad that the series ended, so the whole series must already be out. Hey, how are you? Good. It's a beautiful night, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
So, but there were like tons of people that like mentioned that series, and so I was like, oh, thank God, like I picked a good book for July. Like I'm really excited to start reading that series. But there were also so many people that mentioned series that I had never heard of before that they said were very similar to the Misfortune series. It was kind of the same concept. That was like a CIA agent or somebody that was like a police officer that had moved to a new town and whatever, and that's kind of like the whole concept of the Misfortune series. And so it gave me like 3 or 4 new series to check out and start reading, so I'm gonna do that. So I was really excited about that. But anyway, yeah, so I finished the Misfortune series this week, or whenever I finished it, I don't know, end of last week sometime. And then I finished Shady Hollow, which I will say, oh, before it gets too late, I just want to say, I love this. Well, I love Sunbum products, period. Last summer, or the summer before, I used the shampoo and conditioner, which I really, really liked for summer. It's like a clarifying shampoo and conditioner, so it like really gets your hair clean. Caroline and I were at the store the other day, and I saw this, and it's this face mist, which I think is also a sunscreen, because it's, yeah, it says, refreshing face mist sunscreen, broad spectrum, SPF 45, water resistant, for 40 minutes. Well, I'm not going to use 45. I know y'all think that I should be using the 50 and the 70 and stuff like that, okay? But listen, I like to get tan in the summer. So I'm not going to be using the 45 on my face, all right? So when we're out in the sun, we're not doing all that. But I do love... It smells like coconut, and it smells like the beach, and I love it for like after, put a little bit on my neck. I love it for like after going to the pool. I know I use a lot of it, but I love it so much. And if you see, like it goes on, like right now it looks a little wet, but you'll see it'll dry. It doesn't dry greasy, it dries matte, which I really, really like, and I love the smell of it so much. So I leave it on and then I take my shower. Sometimes I put it on after my shower too. I probably will tonight because I want to smell like coconut and the beach and going to the pool and stuff like that. Actually, I bought a couple years ago the perfume. It came like in a tube of Sol de Janeiro, and I can't remember which one it was. I think it was like the Sunboom one that I love the lotion of that, but I bought it and then I sprayed it on like once, and I felt like for me, it was like, and I don't really mind unisex colognes. Like I love Bleecker Street by Bond No. 9, and there's a couple Bonds that I love that are like unisex. And I actually think that like Creed Aventus is a unisex. I don't mind unisex colognes, you know, at all. But that one smelled like really, really super feminine to me. And so I ended up giving it to Tanya Jean, and she loves it. She's like obsessed with it, and she keeps it like in her pool bag, and she sprays it on before she goes back home and whatever. But anyway, I also have, little side note, another side note, I also have the Izzy. I just wanted to show you guys this. This is the Sparkling Clementine. Okay, I have to tell you, if you're going to order them, or if you're going to get them, now I've only tried two. I've tried the Clementine and the Blackberry, and I much prefer the Blackberry. But the Clementine I thought would be kind of refreshing for today. I've had a lot of iced coffee today, so I don't need any more iced coffee. I don't need any more caffeine, so I needed some. I do believe this is caffeine-free, which I'll say that, and somebody will be like, no, Peter, it's not caffeine-free. But I do believe it's caffeine-free, and it's 120 calories, contains 70% juice. Doesn't say anything about it being caffeine-free, but I think that it is. I mean, it's sparkling juice, so I wouldn't think that. Not a low-calorie food, it says. I got some of that in my mouth. I can taste it. But anyway, so this is my third book that I'm reading this week, or in the last week, and I'm so excited. I'm like back into the reading thing again, you know. So anyway, I got up, and then I went and I laid back down for like 2 hours. I like forced myself to fall back asleep because Alex was like, he was like, I want to sleep in a little bit more. I like went to bed so late, and I was like, okay. I was like, don't you want to go to the pool? Don't you want to go to the pool? Do you want to go to the mall? I was like going to buy him something today at the mall because I have to wait till tomorrow to go with Caroline. So I was like, if he wants to go to the mall today, we'll just go to the mall. I'll let him pick out something, and I had something anyway for him. I told him one of the things that I'm going to get him, so I can tell you guys. He really wants the Birkenstocks that I just got that are like the tan suede ones, so I'm going to order those for him. But then I have something else that I want to get him tomorrow. So, but he wanted to go to the pool today because he was, when I was out here, like, it was cloudier actually in the morning, and then, but it would be like sunny and then cloudy and then sunny and then cloudy, so I didn't know if he would want to go to the pool. I didn't know if he would want to go to brunch or if he would want to do some shopping. I didn't know what he was going to do. So anyway, can y'all tell I've had some caffeine? I do feel like I'm talking a mile a minute today. Oh my. Okay, so, I mean, I really haven't had that much more caffeine than I usually have, but I took like a huge, like, venti cup of iced coffee down to the pool. I didn't even finish it, but I just sat there. So I was like a kid at Christmas. I kept on going up to the bedroom. I like posted like on Instagram like this birthday post, and I posted this thing on Facebook. It's something that he and I do for each other, and I know that he loves social media. So I posted this thing on Facebook or Instagram, and then I posted this thing on Facebook for his birthday. And the vloggerinos, you guys were so nice. Troy posted this thing about Alex's birthday today, and so a bunch of people said happy birthday to Alex underneath there, which was really nice. A couple people said happy birthday to me because they didn't understand Troy's post. So thank you. It's not my birthday, but I appreciate that. My birthday's next week. And so, yeah, and he's been getting, like, tons of texts from people today wishing him a happy birthday and stuff. So I was like, babe, what do you want to do? It's like your birthday. And he's like, well, we're going out to dinner tonight. I go, okay, but it's your birthday. What do you want to do? Like, he usually plans some huge thing. He's like, I just kind of want to be with you and relax and go to the pool. And I was like, okay. So he goes, but I want to sleep for, like, another hour. I was like, okay. I was like a kid at Christmas. Like, I was ready to, like, get going, you know? So, and he was like all curled to the side, and like I put that new comforter on there that I think it's the Buffy brand is what it's called, but it's like so soft. It's so nice. And Boo Radley was like curled like right up next to him, and they look so cozy. And I said, did Boo Radley give you his birthday present? And he goes, what was Boo Radley's birthday present? He was like half asleep. And I said, well, he was gonna bring you breakfast in bed. Did he bring you breakfast in bed? And Alex was like half asleep. Like I said, and he goes, "But Bradley, you didn't bring me breakfast in bed." And I just kind of like sat there for a second, and he like fell back asleep. So I was like, okay. So I think that's when I came out here and I started the Campgrounds of Criminals book. I was like, I'll just let him sleep as long as he wants to. And he actually slept for like another hour and a half. And then I heard him come downstairs. So I went inside, and I was like, well, I did this like short thing. One of my friends told me, they said, you should take this part of your rant video that you did yesterday and you should make a short and a TikTok out, or they said a TikTok out of it, but I decided to make a short out of it too, because I've never, like, I don't know, maybe I've done like 1 or 2 shorts or something like that on my drama channel, but I was like, okay, I'm gonna do a TikTok and a short. It's not doing very well. It's not doing very well. So I don't know, people must not think that I'm very funny or something, I don't know. But I like edited it down on the computer and all this kind of stuff. See, I can't edit a little bit. And so I edited it down on the computer, and then like I uploaded those to TikTok and to the shorts on my drama channel. So go give it a view. Make me TikTok famous and shorts famous. But anyway, I did that, and then Alex came down and he heated up some pizza that he had from the other night. And I was like, I thought you were wanting, he had this like swimsuit on and it was like a tank top and stuff. And I said, I thought you were wanting to go to the pool. And he was like, I do. And I was like, okay, but you're eating right now. He's like, yeah, I want to eat something before I go to the pool. I was like, oh, okay. So he ate, and I finished his stuff, and I said, let me go upstairs and throw on my swimsuit. So I throw on my swimsuit, which is so baggy. It's just black Macy's INC swimsuit, which literally like 2 years ago, I couldn't even get over my thighs. It was so skin tight. And now, and I think it's like a large, now it is so loose, it is like baggy on me. But I was wearing these Speedo, not Speedos, but Speedo brand, okay, that I would get at Target, the swimsuits, but they're like 2XLs, and they are like way huge on me. So I've got all these swimsuits in the closet that I've been meaning to go through, and I've just got to go through them. Caroline and I talked about maybe going to the pool tomorrow, but it's supposed to be 80 and cloudy, so I don't think that we'll probably go to the pool tomorrow. We'll probably go out to lunch, and then, actually Alex's friend Sarah was texting us about some cute new brunch place, so I was thinking about maybe Caroline and I going there tomorrow. So we'll probably do brunch, and then I gotta get Alex's birthday present for him, and I got a couple other errands to run. So Caroline and I are hanging out tomorrow. And then tonight we're going to dinner, and we're going with 2 couples that we're friends with, that we like went on the trip to Florida with a couple years ago. And Alex's mom, my neighbor across the street's leaving, and Alex's mom, and yeah, that'd be really fun. I'm real excited about it. So we're leaving to go to dinner about 6:30. So I wanted to make sure that I got on here, because like I said, I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to have time to vlog today. And we were at the pool. We got to the pool, and there was like a mom with like 4 kids, and they were playing games in the pool. I talked to her for a little bit. I think I had met her before. And because she was like, hey, how are you? I'm like, I'm good. So she kind of acted like we knew each other. When I like talk to somebody like one time at the pool, like I don't remember like a year later. I know that's horrible, but I don't. But anyway, I was like, are they all yours? And she was like, I said, because they're going to be tired tonight, because they were like really playing in the pool hard. And she was like, 2 of them are, and she's like, the other 2 are like my niece and nephew. And I was like, oh, I said, well, they're having a lot of fun and whatever. And so Alex like laid out, and then he got in the pool for a little bit, and then I like sat on the edge, and then I got out. And then there was this couple up there that were like in their 20s. They were laying out, and they got in the pool for a little bit, and then the mom and her kids, like, they left, like, right away, and then the couple left, and then the guy from the Villages came up, and when he was, like, walking up, I go, okay, Alex, I go, it's the guy from the Villages, and he goes, well, you don't have to talk to him. I go, well, I'm not gonna be rude, but he didn't really want to talk a whole lot today anyway, but it was so funny, because, like, I was sitting out of the pool at the table when he, like, got in the water, and so he walks laps, like, at the halfway mark of the pool where like the rope is, he like walks laps back and forth. And when he got in the pool, like Alex was like laying in this inner tube right by, like his head back, and like he was like relaxed with like his baseball hat on and his sunglasses, and he was like all like posed and like laid out tanning and whatever. And the guy was like, oh, he's like, you're getting awfully tan or something like that. And Alex was like, yeah, I'm trying. And then like as soon as he put his foot in the water, the guy was like, oh, ha, whoo, whoo, it's so cold. It's icy cold. And then like Alex like turned and looked at me like, is this for real? And I thought, oh, you have no idea. Okay, don't eat. Because Alex said, we don't talk to him. Like, you know, I was like, okay, wait, because you have no idea. Because now you're in the pool alone with him. He's going to start telling you all these stories about the villages and all this kind of stuff, right? But he wasn't in a talking mood today. He like waved to me, but then he probably, I don't know if he knew who I was or remembered talking to me or whatever. Cause like one day he like totally remembered me. Hey, how are you? Good. One day he totally remembered me, and but he kind of like waved to me. He was like, hey, how are you? And I was like, I'm good. But anyway, so he was like walking back and forth, and the entire time that he was walking back and forth, he was like, oh, hey, it's cold, it's icy cold. And he kept on saying that, like, but like real loud. And Alex just kept on turning and looking at me like, is this for real? And I was like, he's all yours, you're on the pool with him. So anyway, we stayed up there for about 2 hours. It was nice. The water, the temperature gauge said it was 80. I don't know that it was 80. Well, it said it was like 78, 79 or something like that, but close to 80. It didn't feel 80, but it didn't feel like 70 either. Like, as soon as you like jumped in, I mean, it was cold at first, but as soon as you jumped in, it was like real refreshing right away. It was really nice. And actually, it's like, I mean, you can see, it's supposed to be cloudy and rainy today. Here, let me show you the skies. And it's like, I don't know if you can see it, but it's like beautiful out. Could you guys see it? I don't know if it was showing up on the camera or not, but it's like there's no clouds in the sky. It's beautiful. So that was fun. And then Alex was talking to friends and stuff that were calling him, and his mom called him, and so yeah, he's had a real nice birthday so far. So and he was real excited that he got to watch that show last night. It was so funny because I was just talking not too long ago on here about like how he doesn't like ever binge watch shows anymore and how much he used to love that. And then he like binge watched that show last night, you know? I have different plastic Birkenstocks on today. I have these. I wore the red ones to the pool, but they're soaking wet. So when I went inside and took off my swimsuit and put on my sweat shorts, I was like, well, I'm going to put these on. There's something on the inside of them. I don't know what it is. I think I stepped on... a flower got in them, and I stepped on them the other day or something. I need to wash them out. Which is like one of the great things about this. You can like run them under the sink and clean them, and they're like perfect. But these are the ones that I typically wear. Like if Caroline and I are running around and I don't wear like nicer Birkenstocks, these are typically the ones that I wear. So yeah. I don't know how long we'll be at dinner tonight. I think this restaurant, I like looked at the menu because I wanted to see, I kind of like typically like to look at menus before I go, so I kind of have an idea of what I can get vegetarian wise. And there were like 3 salads and like 3 main course things. It's like an Italian place. There's like 3 salads that I can have, and then, or 2 salads I can have out of, I think there's 3 salads and 2 of them I can have. And then there's like one's like a caprese salad, and another one's like vegetables and olive oil and stuff like that. And then there's like 3 pastas that are like vegetarian. They don't say vegetarian pastas, but they say like vegetarian pastas or just pasta. And then they have like 3 that have seafood in them, and 3 that have, or like 4 or 5 that have like, it says like land, sea, you know, 4 or 5 that have meat on them. So, I kind of have it narrowed down to a couple things depending on what I feel like when I get there. I'm excited. And these couples that we're going with, like we go and have dinner with them like once every other month or once every month. And I can't wait to see my mother-in-law because I haven't seen her since she, we keep on like planning on like meeting up with her, and I just haven't like seen her, so I'm excited about seeing her. And yeah, and these couples I'm excited about seeing too, because we like do stuff with them quite a bit. They're fun, they're really nice. So that will be tonight, and then I don't know how late we'll be. Probably not super late, I wouldn't think. And then I feel like he might have dinner plans with somebody tomorrow night. he's having dinner with these girls he used to work with on Friday night. Saturday he doesn't have any plans. Oh, no. Saturday we're going to brunch with Sarah for his birthday. And, so I don't know if he has anything tomorrow night, but he has to work tomorrow, so we probably won't. I can't imagine we'll stay out super late. And so I'll probably get home, and I might. Somebody said in the comment sections that they couldn't really get into Cruel Summer. I'm gonna move you guys a little bit closer. That they couldn't really get into Cruel Summer. Wish my hair looked a little bit nicer. That should be my thumbnail. The new season of Cruel Summer is like completely different than the first season, and somebody said in the comments that they couldn't really get into it, but I think I'm gonna try it anyway and see what I think. Yeah, so I'm gonna try that and see what I think, and then I'll probably listen at least to part of Criminals and Campgrounds. It's interesting because I haven't listened to one of the books in the series. I think I'm on like the 6th or the 7th book. I haven't listened to one of the books in the series in quite some time, and I kind of don't, like, I actually, like, when I was, like, listening to it, they weren't saying her name, like, the main character's name, which is Mae West, and, which is kind of funny anyway, it's cute, right? And I couldn't remember what her name was, and I had to, like, look it up, like, on the synopsis of the book, and I was like, oh, yeah, that's right, her name's Mae West. But, like, she's talking about different characters that are, like, consistent, and, like, not until she talks about them do I really remember, like, you know, who they are, like her boyfriend in the book and things like that when she's talking about them. Like, I don't really remember, like, until she's talking about them, who they are and stuff like that. So, yeah. I should probably listen to, like, 2 or 3 of them to kind of get, like, back in the momentum of them, you know? The one thing I will say, which is whatever, but I think a credit on Audible, if you buy like 3 extra credits, comes out to like $11 or something like that. I can't remember. $8 to $11. I think it's $11. It comes out to a credit. And the thing is, which $11 when I waste money, like, you know, going out to eat here and there and doing whatever and door dashing, I guess I shouldn't complain about. But like $11 for a 4-hour book seems rather expensive to me. But I love those books so much, so, because I was like, maybe I'll like buy like 3 or 4 of them or something like that and listen to them in a row. But I also have so many books. Did I tell you guys that I had like 7 or 8 credits available? I just got 2 more credits because my monthly credits came through. So I've got 2 credits right now that I'm saving. Mel told me about a book called The Writer's Retreat, and she said it was fantastic and it was really, really good. So I'm thinking about getting that and reading it. But I'm trying to read a lot of cozies right now because, number 1, I have a lot of series to catch up on, and number 2, because it's just like helping me really get back into the whole love of reading thing. And so, can you see how that's like not greasy? It's like kind of like a matte spray. I really like it. And it's still like, I spray so much of it on and it's still really full. It was like $9.99. But anyway, I like it a lot. What was I gonna say? So I might get that Writer's Retreat and read that. I think it's a debut novel by this new author, and Mel loved it. She said it was great. I actually recommend it to Tanya because it seems like something Tanya would really like. It's about all these women that go to this Writer's Retreat, and they get there, and the person that's like hosting the retreat, that's like a famous author, tells them that they have to finish a book by the time they leave, like a thriller, and whoever wins the contest, like, she's gonna read the books and like pick the one, and like whoever wins the contest gets like a 7-figure book contract. And she's there with like, the main character's there with like this former best friend of hers who's now like her rival, and there's all these other people there, and strange stuff happens throughout the whole like book and things like that. So it's supposed to be, it looks really good, so I might get that. But like, I have the Pirates at Buccaneers Bay, or whatever that series is called, by Josh Lanyon. I have like 2 books in that series to read that are on Audible. I don't think the final 2 are out yet on Audible, so I have like those 2 books to read. I have like 15 books in the Campgrounds and Criminals book to read. I have one misfortune book to catch up in until the next one comes out. I have that Andrew Main that writes about the scuba diver that in Fort Lauderdale. I also have the Dorinda Jones, Good Day for Chardonnay. I have the newest book of hers to read. So I have like 4 or 5 books to catch up on. It stopped. So I have like 4 or 5 books to catch up on. And I already have all those. I mean, I literally probably have like, I don't even know, my phone's inside charging because it was down to 10%. But, ooh. I thought I was going to sneeze for a second. Ooh. But I literally have like 200 or 300 books in my Audible library that I haven't read. I have no clue how many I have in there. But needless to say, I would not have to buy a book on Audible for a very long time, and I would be set. But I will say this. Reading the shorter books and reading book series that I love has really... And in fact, I almost thought about reading the Jacqueline Frost books because I think she's coming out with a new one, or she changed her titles of them or something like that. Something happened, and if somebody let me know if you know about this in the comment sections. But she's a one that writes about the Christmas tree farm, and I love those cozy mysteries. They're fantastic, and I wanted to save them for Christmas. But I love them so much that I thought about reading them right now because I thought that would kind of get me in the mood. But I don't really want to read anything about Christmas or winter, which I have to tell you is one of the reasons why I was thinking about putting off the writer's retreat that Mel told me about, because it takes place like during a blizzard or something like that. And I was like, I don't know that I want to read about a blizzard during the middle of summer. I like to kind of like... If it's fall, I like to read fallish books. If it's winter, I like to read winter books. If it's summer, I like to read summer books. So we'll see. I don't know. I might read it. But anyway. So, what was I saying? Yeah, I was going to read those Jacqueline Frost books because I love them so much. And they're such great cozies that I thought, like, okay, that'll get me back in the mood of reading again. But, like, everything that I've been listening to is, like, I'm just, like, powering through. And I'm, like eating it up, just, like, loving it, right? And I have to tell you what is so weird is... For so long, I said I could not get used to just like sitting here and just listening to a book. I have no problem literally just putting my phone on the table right here and just listening to an audiobook. It's like it's almost like watching a show at this point. Like, it's so enjoyable to me to just kind of like sit here and relax and look at the sky at night and like just like listen to an audiobook. Like, I'm loving it, right? So, yeah. Yeah, I don't like these Clementine ones as much as the Blackberry. They kind of remind me of... They remind me of, like, Sunny Delight mixed with sparkling water. And I'm not a big Sunny Delight fan. I know people love Sunny Delight, but I don't love it. But if you're looking for... Well, I mean, if you like sparkling water, because this is not a healthy drink, so that would be the only reason you want to. It also kind of reminds me a little bit of, like, orange soda mixed with... mixed with, because I mean it's clementines, right? But it kind of reminds me of, well, clementine is what it says, but it kind of reminds me of orange soda mixed with sparkling water if you were to do that. I mean, I've never done it, but if I had to guess what that would taste like, this is what I would imagine. What an absolutely beautiful day it turned out to be. I'm so happy. I'm so happy that Alex got to go to the pool and lay out and whatever. He's relaxing right now. Well, first he's going to pick out his birthday outfit for tonight for dinner. Put you down a little bit. At first he was going to pick out his birthday outfit for dinner, and then he was going to lay down and rest for a little bit until he would start getting ready, because we have to leave here about 6:30. So, I'm going to get off here in just a couple minutes, but so he wanted to rest for a little bit, and he had fed Boo Rally. Well, I took Boo Rally out, and then he fed him. And Boo Rally was eating, but like right as I came out here, like Boo Rally ran upstairs because he heard Alex go up the stairs. And of course, Boo Rally wants to be where Alex is every minute of the day when he's home. So he like ran upstairs, and so they're probably like resting on the bed together. And Alex is probably still answering his 10 million birthday text messages that he got. I need to weed this walkway again. It's not as bad as it was before I weeded it the time before, but it definitely needs to be weeded again. And I can tell you that that's probably not going to happen in the next couple days. I did, like, the mulch is, like, okay. I need to buy more mulch. I probably need to buy, like, 6 bags of more mulch or something. 6 bags of mulch. I mean, we're almost to July now. I don't even know that I care, in all honesty. My neighbors aren't complaining. It doesn't look bad from the street at all. Like, you can, I mean, all you can see is the hostas and the flowers, and people are like, oh my god, I love your flowers so much. I'm like, thanks. I actually do need to, like, water my flowers. Let's see how dry they are. Oh, they're not too bad, actually. Maybe they can wait till tomorrow. They look pretty, though. Look. Can you see how good they're still? They look pretty. Hey, listen, master gardener right here. All these people that always talk about being master gardeners, like, let me just tell you for a second, okay? All of my neighbors, like, there are so many people, so many women in this neighborhood that are like, oh, I'm a master gardener, which is so funny because the guy that lived across the street in the house where my friend that's a master gardener is, my neighbor that's a master gardener, the guy that lived there before, he was actually a landscaping professor at a university here in Indianapolis, right, or Indiana. He was a landscaping professor. Like, he taught, like, people, like, you know, to go out and, like, he had a master's degree in landscaping architecture or something like that. And so it's so funny to me, people that always talk about being, like, master gardeners, you know? I think it's cute, honestly. I love that they get so into it. I mean, she's, like, more than anybody in this neighborhood, like, she's really into it. Like, she has a vegetable garden at her friend's house that they go to all the time. They're doing vegetable garden stuff, and she just, like, works on, like, gardens around the city and things like that, and she's got her own garden and everything like that. So she's, like, really, really into it. But, like, one day I was asking her, I said, like, how did you become a master gardener, you know? And she's like, do you not know how easy it is? And I was like, no. And she was like, well, the reason that I say that I'm a master gardener is because I got this certification. Basically, you take a class, and she's like, it's real easy. And then she was like, you become a master gardener after you take this class, and you get a certification in it. And she's like, and the reason that I took the certification was so I could start volunteering at different gardens around Indianapolis, because you have to have a certification to say you're a master gardener, and so you have to take this class first so that you're knowledgeable about the basic principles of gardening and things like that. And she's like, but that's really the only reason that I got it. And she was like, that's why when people throw around, like, the name master gardener, it's kind of funny, because, you know, like, they'll apparently take this class and get the certificate, but they don't, like, really do anything. Like, she really does stuff. Like, she volunteers at, like, some, like, major, like, gardens here in Indianapolis, like, several days a week. And, like, her and her friend, she said her friend, like, they do the vegetable garden at her house because she's got a lot of land. And, like, they have, like, she'll sit there and I'll be like, what are you having for dinner tonight? And she's like, oh, I'm having, like, peas and whatever and carrots and whatever from my vegetable garden. And, like, she goes over there, like, twice a week and works on this vegetable garden with her friend. Like, she's, like, serious. Like, it's not just, like, flowers in her front walkway. Like, she takes it very, very seriously. She, like, volunteers at several places in Indianapolis, like, helping with their gardens, and has for, like, years and years and years and years. And so it's something that, like, she's really serious and passionate about and whatever. But she can also laugh at herself too, which is, I think, why the pink flamingos have come out this year, because I think the pink flamingos are for one person in our neighborhood. But anyway, I don't mind them. I think they're kind of cute. Well, she has them hidden behind the mailbox, so you can't really see them. Like, if you're walking down the street, like, you'd have to stop and kind of, like, look behind the mailbox to see them. And the lights, they were at about 2.5 feet high, and she moved them down now, and now they're, like, less than a foot high. So, like, looking at them right now, they just look like flowers, like, coming out of the ground. At night, I can see them lit up, but they're not, like, pink, and they don't look, I mean, they're not that big that from across the street you can see what they are. They just look, I think they were, like, white lights inside, and they're, like, solar paneled, and so, or no, he told me that she had to put a battery in them. So they're just, like, white lights that, like, go around, like, this, like, circle, but you can hardly even tell what they are from, like, the street. If you're walking by, I think you would probably miss them. She's like, yeah, I'm just trying to have more fun with my garden this year. She's like, sometimes I take it too seriously, so I'm trying to have more fun with it this year and whatever. And she's got she's like a flagpole thing. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? A lot of people in our neighborhood have these where, like, for every holiday they change. Like, our neighbor over there has one too. they changed the flag. You know, like for Easter, they'll have like Easter eggs on it. And then for like Christmas, they'll have like a Santa Claus. You guys know what I'm talking about? Okay. So she's got one of those out on her walkway. And it has these two huge flamingos on it with like a blue background. It's really pretty though. It's a really pretty flag. When I do the tour of the garden, I will show you guys that. But I'm kind of like waiting for her to say, because she said wait for the perennials to come out, and then she said it'll probably be like the second week of July. So probably the second week of July is when I will go over there and film. She's got some really pretty flowers right now though. Well, listen, you guys, I'm going to get off here now and go figure out my birthday dinner outfit, my birthday outfit. And no, I'm not going in my birthday suit. I'm going to wear something nice tonight and do my hair nice and everything like that. I do like my haircut, though. It does look nice, doesn't it? Anyway, so I hope that you guys are having a magically amazing Wednesday. And if nobody else has told you this today, I love you. And remember these 3 very important things. 1, you can start your day over whenever you want, or your week if you need to. 2, practice random acts of kindness, but shh, don't tell anyone. And 3, most importantly, make sure that you reach out to somebody and let them know how much they mean to you. Like I always say, you might be putting a smile on their face, you might be changing their day for the better, you might be making them happier, and you might just be cheering them up. You don't know, you know? And also, be kinder to one another, love one another a little bit more, and most importantly, be kinder and love yourselves a little bit more, because what? It all starts with you. And I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Love you. Oh, and for those that need to hear it, and those that want to hear it, and those that just those that want to hear it, and those that need to hear it, and those that just happen to stick around, I forgot. One more, I love you. I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Love you. Happy birthday, Alex.